Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available 2018. The album. Dad. Yeah. Rock on, gorgeous woman. Alright, let's get right in this video. We have been at the pool all day long today. I love Las Vegas. I love it so much. So I forgot how much I love it here and just staying up late, walking around. We had so much fun last night. And we hung out with Alex's cousin. We went to a Chippendales show. Let me just tell you, okay, thank you to Perez Hilton for the tickets. Let me just tell you about Chippendales, ladies, okay? So that shit that you see on TV shows where women are like losing their minds literally on stage, like trying to get up to these men, that is exactly what it is like. And I was one of 4 men in the audience. This guy even came up to me, like one of the really hot strippers. He I guess you don't call them strippers in a Chippendales show because it's like a little bit elevated. I mean, they're still strippers. But he came up to me, he's like going through all the women. He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. And he comes up to me and he goes, hey buddy, having a good time? I was like, oh, you just pulled a buddy card on me. So anyway, we brought Alex's cousin Maya with us, and she was kind of like, she sat down, she had a little beer with her, you know, and she was kind of like all sophisticated. Within 10 minutes of this show, okay, she's like turning to the other women that she doesn't even know. She's never met them before in her entire life. She's like, oh my God, which one's your favorite? That's one my favorite. Oh my God, oh! Like, they're like all dying. It is hilarious. It is exactly what I thought it would be like. So I will just say this. I have been to like every show in Vegas in my life. If you are on a bachelorette party or a bridal, bachelorette party or a 21st birthday or a birthday party or something, and you are a woman, you should go to the Chippendales show or the Magic Mike or one of those things. Not sponsored. Because the women loved it. It was hilarious. And one of the things I loved was at the beginning they said no cameras, and they said it's not for the dancers, it's for the people in the audience, so they don't wake up to like pictures on Facebook of them going crazy over these men. It was hilarious. But yeah, it was a good time. And then afterwards we just kind of hung out. We walked to the Bellagio, we saw the fountains, all that kind of stuff. So we're having a blast. But I was at the pool, and this woman came up to me just as we were getting ready to leave. And so, hey Mira, how are you? And she was like, oh my God, Peter Monn, I'm a subscriber. This never happens. I mean, it very rarely ever happens to me that people like see me in public and come up to me. And so she was so sweet. She's like, I love the beauty drama. I watch her. I said, you watch my videos? And she was like, yeah. And she goes, oh, hi Alex, how are you? I go, you even know Alex? And so they were saying they're talking about Palm Springs. So I wanted to give her a shout out. She's here till Monday, and then they're going to Palm Springs. And she's from Australia. So I got to meet an Australian subscriber. And it's so cool, like, to meet you guys, like, in person. I mean, honestly, like, it's so surreal to me, you know? Like, I get on here and I make videos. And it was funny because I got a couple comments yesterday in my video because I talked about Wet n Wild being sold up in the dollar store or whatever, the Dollar General. And people are like, oh, you've changed. You've changed.
I've changed. I'm a changed person now. No. Really, I'm a changed person now. See, I've changed.
And I'm like, let me just tell you something, okay? I might have changed a little bit, and here's how I changed. Instead of just going to the dollar store, I also go to the Five Below. I still love the dollar store, but let's just be for real for a second, okay? If you're a makeup company, I mean, that's like the end of the road for makeup companies. And I don't hate the Dollar General. I go up in there all the time and buy my stuff. I buy my greeting cards in there. I buy my snacks up in there. For movies, I go up in there all the time. So listen, don't be calling me bougie. I'm not, okay? If I was, I'd be over at the Crystals Mall right now buying all kinds of Gucci, but I don't have that kind of money, so instead I buy Poochie. So anyway, let's get into this video. First of all, I want to talk about a little tweet that Miss Classy Act Tana Mongeau put out there last night, and she is like really pumping this new song that's coming out of hers. Guess what it's called? Fucked Up. Can't wait to hear what that song's about, Tana. I mean, I just can't even imagine a song called Fucked Up. What's that song gonna be about? Probably her life story. So anyway, I mean, if you go in here and you read her tweets, she's saying all this kind of stuff about, can you mix, like, what did she say? She said, is it bad to mix Tylenol PM with a pain pill and wine? Hunter, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, ... help me. And I'm thinking to myself, well, that's a really great message to send out there to your youth, the 12-year-olds that you just claimed in your apology for TanaCon video that you were going to be a better version of yourself. And here you're sitting out there asking the world, is it okay to mix a Tylenol PM with a pain pill and wine? No, Tana, it's very dangerous. So anyway, she goes in here last night. She wants to come for channels that are making commentary on her, and she says in here, where is it at? I had it all pulled up. She says, you can't really talk shit if you use me in your thumbnails for clickbait. Like, you're literally getting down on your knees and publicly admitting that I get more views than you do by yourself. Bitch, suck this dick. Tana, I could care less to suck your dick, quite frankly. I make commentary videos. If I do a video called Tana Mongeau and her rotten-ass song, Fuck Up, and I put a picture of a sea turtle on it, okay, you think it's going to get a lot of views? You think anybody's going to come to a video, girl? Now, I heard sea turtle videos pull some views. I heard they pull millions of views, okay? But girl, ain't nobody going to come to a Tana Mongeau video with a sea turtle up in it, okay? Or a Pokemon or a Pikachu. I wouldn't even know Pikachu if it bit me on the ass. So girl, that's why we use your pictures in the video. Don't get grand. You're not that grand, okay? You're some chick that got lucky on YouTube. Let's just be for real. I'm so tired of these entitled YouTubers that want to get on here. Thank you, Raw Beauty Christy, for calling it out in her video. And I'm thinking about making a whole video about it because she goes in there and talks about the beauty community. And Christy's like, at the end of the day, we're just like putting makeup on our face with brushes, okay? I'm like, thank you for breaking it down. Can we just find some humility? I love humble YouTubers on YouTube. That's what I like, right? Back up, okay? Not to mention that in her apology video, Tana put out all this footage of her on Access Hollywood and stuff, and I'm like, so you don't want any attention, okay? But drama and commentary channels, drama aggravation channels, are putting your pictures and thumbnails of videos where we're talking about you, but you don't want any attention. Girl, take a step back, okay? So anyway, that's all I have to say about Tana Mongeau. I'm sure there will be a lot more to say once that song comes out. But Jeffree Star, he tweeted this out the other day. People, I'm sure every drama channel in the world's already made a video about it because we've already talked about it, so I know that we're going to do it. But he said, this was 23 hours ago, he said, this sums up my thoughts on his apology video. Now, please stop asking me about it. I'm busy being happy, LOL. Oh, Jeffree, could you have thrown in there a little bit of like, and you're a horrible person? So anyway, this is from, I'm going to read this to you. Oh, I don't have my readers on. I have glasses on, I can't do math, and I can't read a screenshot apology. Why is everybody in the world typing up these notepad things? It's cracking me up. Actually, Elijah Daniel, who I always come for, but we have kind of come to an understanding through Twitter. He tweeted me some shit, and I responded to him, and I think now we're okay, so whatever. I don't still love everything that he does, you know, like I'm still going to talk about it if it's problematic. But he put this thing out the other day, and it was so hilarious. It was like this apology thing on his Twitter, and everybody's doing it, and I kind of live for it. Thomas Halbert did one the other day, too, that was really funny. But anyway, by the way, okay, I always come for Thomas Halbert for, like, doing these videos everybody else has done. He did a video where Fortnite picks his makeup, and I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This kind of creativity. This is some, I haven't seen any other makeup gurus do Fortnite pick my makeup. So if they have, and I'm the last one to the game, look at my hair. This is my pool hair. But if they have and I haven't seen it, I was like, okay, Thomas, like I'm real impressed with all this. So this girl, her name, her Twitter is 6eclipse. Her name's Addie. She says, my thoughts on Manny Mua'S apology. So hold on a second. Let me get this all queued up here. Let me turn it sideways. Whoo, she says, Gabriel's own narrative, question mark. You definitely spoke shit about Jeffree behind his back, so it's your influence. You don't want to bully Jeffree. Just because you don't talk about him on the internet doesn't mean that what you say behind his back isn't just as hurtful. You also don't give credit where it's due, only decided to after shit got too real. Stop saying everything is miscommunication. You didn't know how Jeffree and Patrick felt, as if it hasn't been abundantly clear. If you really gave a shit about how they felt, you would have been able to see that they were hurt. Gabriel isn't the one who genuinely scarred Jeffree, yet he was able to rectify his situation and understand what happened. Interesting how you only try and better things after Gabriel makes a video on your true nature. You only decide to do things when it affects you. How the fuck could you have been so shady but say you love them? You say you're sorry, but you're only apologizing after being exposed. You said it's your fault for miscommunication, pride, and you knew it. Why did you still have to be so petty? I can't believe a thing you say, Manny. You know why? Because your behavior is toxic. Toxic people lie. You can go to my channel, Peterisms. I talk all the time over there about getting rid of toxic people and negative people in your life because you got to remove the toxicity from your life. Now, ever since last night I was at Chippendales, I've been doing these moves. They do this kind of shit all through Chippendales. I'm like, I'm going to be a Chippendales dancer. They do all that kind of stuff. I was like, do they really do it? They really do it. So anyway, So let's get into this a little bit more, okay? You knew. Why do you still have to be so petty? I can't believe a thing you say, Manny. You know why? Because your behavior is toxic. Toxic people lie and make excuses. Toxic people hurt others and hide behind a persona. Toxic people can't communicate and are often bullies. And yes, you did bully, if not publicly. Toxic people don't apologize when they should, only when they absolutely need to. I can't forgive you right now, and I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to. I wonder if you'll change and truly understand how to be a good person. If you don't, you'll only end up hurting yourself and everyone around you, just like you are right now. Wait, just like you are doing now. So what do we think about that? Like, I think it's an interesting, you know, little commentary in all of this. I think it's interesting that out of all the statements that have been put out, was the one that Jeffree decided to like retweet and say, this sums up my thoughts on his apology video. Now please stop asking me about it. I'm too busy being happy. But he should have said, I'm too busy living my best life. Jeffree, that would have been true shade. Okay, so let's see what the comments are underneath here. It has 80,000.9 likes right now. Jeffree has left the chat. Then they have this little like gif of him getting up, walking away. For real, he was already drugged through the dirt. He doesn't need to be brought into the drama again when Gabby already apologized. If no one else wants to be real and be honest, that's their problem. At least I know Jeffree and Gabby keep it 100%. And Jeffree Star commented and said, exactly. Erica said, also, he even said he didn't apologize to Jeffree or Patrick. Like, why even make the video saying, I'm such a shitty friend, blah, 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 if you can't be a man and apologize to those you were shitty to. Laughing at my own joke says, he never actually apologized to anyone. It seemed like he apologized to Gabriel, but he ended up, once again, trying to create a narrative in his favor that pushed the blame off to himself. Go see my video about Manny's apology if you want to see about all that, because I talk about that. He's a narcissist, plain and simple. Only thing he retained from his psychology studies is the law of manipulation and blame shifting. Couldn't agree more. Goes in here and it says something about some comment that he left on here. Oh, this is from the body language thing. He's lying through his teeth, and so is Laura Lee, Gabriel Zamora. I have mad respect for you, and Jeffree Star, I will always stand up with you. Have you guys seen what has happened to Gabriel Zamora's social blade, like, since all this went down? This is the thing. Like, you know, people were saying, can Manny and Laura, like, come back from all this and clean their shit up? Well, I think that Gabriel Zamora is proof that you can. Like, I mean, he proved that you can come out of this horrible thing and, you know, come back from it. Is everybody, you know, accepting Gabriel's apology and his making up with Jeffree Star? No. And I know there are a lot of conspiracy theories out there that are saying, you know, that the only reason that, like, this is all contrived because Jeffree wants to take down Manny and take down Laura and all this kind of stuff. It's interesting because when you watch Raw Beauty Christie's videos, now everybody in the world is coming out with these cryptic ass videos. Somebody sent me this video. I'm just going to tell you. I tweeted out. People want to know what I'm talking about, okay? I tweeted out, I think some stories don't need to be told. People are now literally coming out, you know, from the woodwork, and they are, whatever the saying is. I can't think right now. I've been out in the sun all day long drinking Diet Cokes. So anyway, people are literally coming out as the woodwork. People are literally coming out all over the place, making videos about what a horrible person Manny is. Somebody posted this video about a hookup that they had with him on Grindr. I'm like, dude, like, seriously, like, that's a private matter. Like, I am not sure that I think, like, if you all want to go watch the video, have at it. I don't know, whatever. I mean, the guy is, I mean, it's a story. I'll just tell you that. But I'm just like, enough is enough. Like, I just think there's one thing to talk about all that's going on. And, you know, Christy talks in her video about, like, the makeup community has really changed, or the makeup community, the beauty industry has, beauty community on YouTube has really changed, and that when she started, it was like, you know, a beauty community. Now it's a makeup industry, okay? It's a business now, right? And she doesn't understand, like, why it's all about the drama and the friendships and all this kind of stuff. Well, I think that happens, you know, with any industry that we see right now. And I think we live in a world of reality television where, like, the Kardashians, I mean, they literally are setting the trends. I know people don't like them, and I know that they're, you know, whatever, but, like, the Kardashians and other reality stars are really setting the trends. The Gigi Hadids, you know, these big celebrity models or whatever. And I mean, you know, that they come from celebrity families, and they're literally setting the trend, and we're going to see more and more of that as time goes on. And so people are very interested in the backstory. It's not just about a makeup tutorial. But I will say this. Did anybody see that Raw Beauty Christie, who you guys know I love, okay? But did anybody see that she chose to do a smoky eye for her video talking about the beauty community? I was like, girl, is that some indirect shade? Because Manny always does a smoky eye. I don't think it was, but if it was, Christy, I caught you on that one. So anyway, but I think it's an interesting conversation, you know, how the beauty community has changed over time. And I am a big, big believer that in anything that you look at in life, the pendulum will swing, right? And the pendulum for a while has been on these huge beauty influencers like Jeffree and Manny and Laura and all this kind of stuff, and our interest in their lives and the Birkins and the, you know, the Snapchats and the rants and the going crazy and all this kind of stuff. We've watched it. We have literally watched it. And I had even said to one of them back in the day, I said, it would be interesting if you guys did like a reality show, you know? And they said, well, people approached us about doing a reality show about that. And it really would make a good reality show. Can you imagine if all of it, I mean, it very much reads like a reality show. So to some degree, is that what has been pumping all these sales and all this kind of stuff for so long? Is the backstory, is the reality show? Because when you go and you look at it, okay, like Laura Lee compared to, and this is not a diss, but like Laura Lee compared to a lot of beauty influencers out there that are much smaller, like they have much better, I mean, I have seen professional makeup artists that are doing fantastic looks, fantastic videos that are unbelievable on YouTube, and they literally have 20,000 subscribers. Laura Lee's skills are not that great. None of these people's skills are really that great. And I mean, I think Jeffree, like, you know, when you see him out of makeup into makeup, I mean, that's a look, you know, it's a change. I think Jaclyn Hill, I think she has, you know, really fantastic makeup skills. My friends love Jaclyn Hill's tutorials, and love her or hate her, but this is what they'll say. And they don't even know some of these people. I'll say, well, what about Jeffree Star? And they're like, I don't even know who that is, you know? Like, nobody in my real life knows who these people are. And so, like, you know, but they'll say, I love Jaclyn Hill. I've watched her tutorials forever, you know? She just is very down to earth. She knows what she's talking about with makeup and all this kind of stuff. So it's interesting when you watch some of this kind of stuff, and, you know, I don't know. And even with her, it's like the arrogance is to her head. I mean, every couple days, she's got to come for the drama channels. Oh, these adult people making drama videos about, girl, listen, we're selling your palettes, so get over it, okay? Because if we weren't talking about this shit right now, ain't nobody gonna be selling nobody's palettes, okay? Because this is problematic. And now people are coming out and saying that Jaclyn Hill and Manny are still good friends. So when's that gonna affect Jaclyn? She's probably like, leave me out of this. This is not my year. And I don't think that Jaclyn needs to be brought into this. I don't think that any of these people that are just friends by association, we don't really know the background story on all these people. And I think that's what's most interesting to me is what is really coming out about Manny and Laura and all this is like, is this the reality? I mean, people are literally coming out left and right, telling their stories, you know, telling what's going on, like what these people are really like in the background. I mean, some of it is interesting to me, but it's like, how do you keep that facade up for so long? Like, seriously, like, how do you keep that facade up for so long on camera and in the public eye? And the other thing, I was thinking about this last night, you know, it was interesting. I can't remember whose videos it was. It's Stephanie Lang, I think. I was going to do a video about her and Raw Beauty Christie, their response to all this, and I may still do that. But you know what's interesting to me is that all these people now are coming out and saying, like, Manny was such an asshole and all this kind of stuff. Okay, fine. But why were you okay to stand by him all the time that he was an asshole? I don't have a lot of assholes in my life, okay? I get them on out. They just out. If you're toxic, I'm sorry, you gotta be out of my life. And there's a lot of people that I could benefit off from in my life that I feel like are toxic, that I don't need them in my life, okay? I'm just not that much, you know, people call me a social climber all you want, but in my real life and on YouTube, that's just not who I am. Like, I just am not, you know what I mean? And I don't, like, if you're real negative, I don't want you around me. If I was friends with Manny and he was this nasty of a person all the time, he would have been out of my life. I'd have been like, dude, I don't care. I mean, yeah, get me 1 million subs and then bye. No. You know, and I think that's kind of what it is. It's hard, you know? It's like, okay, well, he's an asshole, but like, this is good for my channel, and I really do care about doing YouTube, because you have to remember, every one of these people starts off with a camera and 1 subscriber, like everybody else. They didn't start off with 1 million subscribers. They just didn't, okay? And that should be hope for anybody out there that wants to start a YouTube channel. Anybody out there can start it and whatever, you know? Sure, networking helps, being friends with these people. Half these people nobody would know if it wasn't that they had been in videos with people like Jeffree Star, right? Nobody would know who they are. But at the same time, it's like, then what does that say about you? You know, you're nobody without Jeffree Star. And then on the back of that, you come out with this picture and you tweet this out, and all your friends, everybody starts seeing the true colors. Okay, well then what that really means is you have proven Jeffree right. If that's what he was subtly saying all these times, that you aren't shit without me. And that's the real question right now. Are these people worth their weight in gold as beauty influencers if they are not friends with Jeffree Star and the rest of them, because everybody isn't, you know, invested in the story? Are we really invested in the Life's a Drag palette? Are we really invested in Cat's pajamas? Are we invested in the story? And I think that's a question that you have to ask yourself, you know? Really, what's, you know, the long term of this? it's at a point now where just more and more is going to come out. I mean, every day more stuff is coming out. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know what you do at this point for rebuilding a career. I mean, this is where you really, it's past the PR point. You have to hire an image consultant to really go in and clean up everything. It's like, I don't know what they're gonna do with that, you know? Like, it's scary to some degree. And, you know, everybody in my comment sections, whenever I say it makes me sad, it doesn't make me sad their behavior, okay? Like, listen, I understand. What makes me sad is that this never had to happen, okay? And I don't think that all of these people are horrible people. I think they're people that have made some poor choices in their life, like all of us. And I think that, you know, it just has gotten so far. But it's like at this point, when we see Manny's video, like, you cannot make 5 videos like this, right? Him making an apology video and then getting called out and then making a second video that was absolute shit. At that point, people are like, oh no, now we have seen the true Manny. And that's the situation that's going on. And whereas I said that I didn't think that he was going to go below 5 million subscribers, I think that we're going to see him go below 5 million subscribers, you know? And, I don't know, and I think, honestly, I think this is going to be the end of the beauty influencer kind of community. I think we're not going to see so much of these friendships together. I think people won't trust each other as much anymore, and I think to some degree that's sad for the up-and-coming beauty influencer that their dream was to do a collab with one of these people, and it's like this dream that they've been working on forever is like non-existent. It's like that's not going to happen anymore. But the other thing that's good for that is that for like with major makeup companies, they're going to be reaching out to new people. So for those up-and-coming beauty influencers, they're going to start getting calls like out the ass from, you know, from all of these beauty brands saying, I want to send you here, I want to send you here, I want to. So it's going to open a lot of opportunities for people, you know? Don't ever get so grand. Don't ever stop shopping at the fucking Dollar General, right? Because once you do and you think you're better than everybody else, it comes to bite you in the ass. And that's a learning experience. We're all human beings. Man, he said it, you know, being human stuff. I mean, we are, though, you know, like, we're all just trying to get through life, you know, one day at a time. We're all just trying to pay the rent. It's just, and when you start thinking that you're better or different than somebody else, that's when there's a real problem, you know? So anyway, I love you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.